Good morning, friends. Welcome to chapel. I am glad that you're here, and I think it's going to be a great morning as we get to listen to several of our graduating seniors who we know and love and have been a part of our Trevecca community for the last few years and will continue to be as alumni going forward. These are going to be some great experiences this morning. They're going to be presenting with a Japanese presentation style known as pechakucha, which is they'll get up and their slideshow is 20 slides, 20 seconds per slide, and each slide will represent a story that they're telling. Those slides are going to be on timers, and so sometimes it's kind of tricky to figure out how to end a story at the exact right moment, so we'll get to watch them navigate through that. But over the course of the morning, we'll get to see well over 100 slides, a couple hundred slides of pictures of the last 4 years here at Trevecca. So I'm really excited for that. Every time one of them gets up, they'll introduce themselves and then they'll start their slideshow. So when they're coming up and leaving, let's make sure that we give everybody a big round of applause for being bold and courageous in coming up and doing this. One quick housekeeping note, or a couple quick housekeeping notes before I pray us in. Remember that we have a special video-only chapel opportunity on Sunday morning. I'm going to make that live at 7 a.m. I recorded the Easter message yesterday, so it's going to be ready to go, but it will be there. You'll just have to watch that on your phone in your iAttended app, and then watch that all the way through to the end, and you'll get a chapel credit for that. That'll allow us to celebrate Easter together a little bit. And then next week, our awards chapel. So Tuesday and Thursday, we'll have some special awards chapels that day. Hope you'll come out for that. Okay, let me pray us in this morning, and then we will get going. All right. Gracious God, we want to say thank you for this year and for these past 4 years together with not only these students that we'll be hearing from, but with our whole senior class. God, we thank you from the bottom of our hearts for the ways that they have shown up here and helped to shape and form the Trevecca community during their time here. We thank you for the ways that Trevecca has shaped and formed them as well, and we're excited to hear some of those stories. Thanks for the investments that they've made. We are grateful for the time that we've been able to share with them, and we will miss them dearly when they move on to their next thing, but are so excited and proud of the people that they've become. So God, help us to enjoy this time of reflection together. Help us to see the imprint of your grace all over these stories. We love you, God, and we pray these things in the name of Jesus. Everybody said, amen. Let's give it up for Jared Ramirez this morning.
Hello. As Eric said, my name is Jared Ramirez. I'm a senior religion major, originally from California. Don't know how I got all the way out here, but we're here now and graduating. And I'm excited to be going first and either set the bar really high or really low. So let's get straight to it. I don't have that many photos of my whole suite from freshman year, but it is kind of just characterized by pure chaos. And so what's going on in this photo is Christopher Greisner and I are sitting outside in the Benson hallway as we were preparing for our freshman suite presidential debate. I won that presidential debate and was elected president. Here's me duct taped to a wall at 3 a.m. in the morning in Benson. I'm not sure what inspired us to do this. We wanted decorations, and everyone said that I should be said decoration. And that's really all that I have to say about that. 20 seconds is longer than I thought. This is my sophomore year internship. Only one person in this picture is from Trevecca other than me, but it was just a super sweet moment to just grow further in what it means to be called to ministry, and the child that I'm holding is possibly my favorite child I've ever met. And I thought it'd be really funny just to hold him like a suitcase. That is Brent McMillan. So this is my roommate Nate and I right here. He accidentally flashed Nate's attendance record, and he tried to block it like that. And we, for the rest of class, started photoshopping photos. There's like 20 of these. So this is us officially claiming the fact that we posted this. There's Nate in the middle with me, and then Megan Edgerton, who's serving the Lord in another country right now. This is when we drove 4 hours in the middle of the night. Well, not in the middle of the night, but we went and saw Noah Khan in Indianapolis. It was pretty legit. I almost fell asleep on the way back and almost ran a red light and crashed. It was bad. Didn't get home until like 4 in the morning. This is me, Nate, and Eric. We went rock climbing. Nate and I used to do that pretty regularly, but Eric had never been, and he did surprisingly well. It was quite fun, and I think it is really awesome that we just have this opportunity to actually get to know our faculty here and do fun things like this with them. So yeah. This is Nate and I in the snow. Like I said, I was from California originally, so I've never actually seen snow fall until 2 years ago, and this was possibly one of the most fun nights of my entire life because nobody else was out. It was super late. The snow had just started piling up, and we just walked around and played in the snow, and then we woke up the next morning early before anyone went out, and it was all fresh, super cool. This is a group of friends and I at the Send, which is just a Christian conference based on missions. It was super awesome to just have a collective worship moment with so many people, I think thousands and thousands of people. And it was just really awesome, and there was a lot of cool moments. The most memorable was when we held our shoes and promised to go. These are some of my favorite people. In the middle right there was my girlfriend at the time, and we decided to just go to a river on a completely random night, and we remembered our baptisms and just reflected on what it means to be in the kingdom of God, and it was just so holy and so sweet. Yeah, great people. It takes a little explanation, but that photo, this is for my Systematic Theology final. That is an actual plaque that Nate and I ordered and snuck into Tim Gaines' house for him to eventually find, and then we found this on the final in which he kind of harassed us in the answers, if you can see those. This is Chris Greisner and I again, but this is actually at one of our suite mates' wedding. I was a groomsman in that wedding, and I think it's just been super sweet to walk alongside him and his wife as we entered into that, but that was just something I was not expecting coming into college, to be in a wedding, and multiple weddings at this point, actually. These are some of my best friends. This is overall day. I don't remember how it started. It was in chapel. I think I complimented Lindsay's overalls, and then everyone started complimenting Lindsay's overalls, and then we decided we were just going to all wear overalls. And so that's that. This is said girlfriend. We got engaged. That's actually the river where we remembered our baptisms together. So yeah, we will be getting married in July, and I'm super excited for that. Love her a lot. She's watching from the live stream right now, but she's cool. If you see her around, say hi to her. Her name's Alexa. This is all of us in the snow again. I don't know. Because I didn't grow up around snow, everyone else that did is always like kind of bored with it, but I always find it like the most fun thing ever. And so we ran around and weren't actually anticipating doing that many snow activities, but we just walked around for hours and hours and walked on the nature trail, and it was just a beautiful day. Okay, this is my surprise birthday party this year. 22. It looks like there's a lot of people. There's only like 6 people in this room, and we did a panorama, and everyone was just running in circles, and it was actually possibly the most chaotic thing that I've ever done. But if you look at it, we all show up like 2 or 3 times, and so that's why it looks like there's so many people. This is when 2 of our best friends, Abby and Rico, got engaged, and Alexa and I threw a little party for them in the back seat of my car, and we made them rice and beef, and we had taco bowls, and it was just a super cool moment to celebrate their relationship and to walk alongside them and also try to fit all of us in the back of a car. This is the end of my bachelor party and Alexa's bachelorette party, where we all met up together at a coffee shop, and it was super cool. They prayed over us, and yeah, these are just some of the best people in my life, and they're supporting us through our marriage, and so really excited to have them alongside me, and I'm grateful to have met all of them here. This is Nate and I not last week. Actually, it was last week. This was for our research symposium that we were doing on the book of Jonah. We had to condense 17 pages worth of notes into a 15-minute presentation, and it was pretty chaotic. That's all of our thoughts on the back window, our back whiteboard thing, and all of our books, and it was just crazy pursuit. This is the religion major senior dinner. I've just been super grateful for all of these people in these photos, whether it be the staff or the students in there, my peers. everyone in this picture has walked alongside me for the past 4 years and has pushed me and helped me grow, and I'm grateful to have them in my life. And finally, this is Nate and I with our fearless leader, Tim Green. He helped us a lot. This was actually on the night of the research symposium, and he has just been so awesome and has mentored both of us, and I couldn't imagine life without him. I don't know if he's here right now, but he's awesome. And yeah, that's all I have, so thank you so much.
Hi, I'm Carrington Creasy. I'm a sports management major, and I'm from Murfreesboro, Tennessee, and I'm super excited to be here and blessed to get to share this with you today. So this is a picture from the first week at Paint-A-Palooza. Super nervous to be here, meeting all new people at a school I wasn't really sure was going to come to at first, but these are some of the two first people I met, and just getting an opportunity to just go out there and have fun and be silly together was super fun and super nerve-wracking at the time, but these are two of the people that I know and talk to a lot. So this was an Elevate worship concert I went to with some of my teammates. We just decided last minute, we was like, hey, there's a concert here. I was like, let's go to it, just get to dress up, have fun, and just go worship together. And it's one of the biggest things. I went another year after that as well. It was super fun. This was Friendsgiving sophomore year with a bunch of my teammates, a bunch of my friends, just everyone coming together. We all were making food, just all trying to get in one room together and just have a lot of fun with each other and just laughing and being loud. We probably made way too much noise, but it was so much fun and just awesome. This was intramurals a year or two ago. I decided to play on the basketball team, and we ended up winning the championship. It was so much fun, but it's so hard to try to just not get way into it, but enjoy it at the same time. But it was a lot of fun, and super glad we played and we won, so that was the best part. This was working one of the kid power events. One of my teammates had asked some of us to come to the beginning of the year celebration thing, introducing them all in and letting them walk in with all the athletes and stuff. And it was a super fun experience. They were all just so excited, running around, eating ice cream, getting full of all the energy and stuff. So it was super fun just to get to talk to them and just enjoy it. This was Trunk or Treat. We all decided, I love Disney princesses, so we all decided to do Disney princesses. I was Cinderella, and just getting to go out there and bring candy to all the kids and just get to see all their costumes, see how excited they were and how happy they were to be there, and just have fun with them for Halloween. And it was super great. This was an event we did. We put on a pickleball tournament for one of my event classes for my major. And I was kind of the leader of it. So it was a super stressful time, but it was a lot of fun just getting to see all of our work to come together as a group and just bring it all together and all the work we put into it and getting to see what it would be like in the real world to do something like this. This was from a class I did. I got the opportunity to work with the sounds and make some phone calls with them, and just having the opportunity to just see what it would be like working in this field and being super nerve-wracking, going and talking to real people and selling a product for them, being nervous that we were going to mess it up, but it was great, and it was a great experience working with the sounds. This is from a Bible study me and some of my teammates would do a couple weeks every month. We'd go to coffee shops, or we'd just go somewhere on campus, and we'd get together, and we'd just talk, we'd laugh, we'd have fun, we'd go over a certain book of the Bible every time, and just get to fellowship and worship together and just be able to connect on a deeper level spiritually with one another. This is me and some of my friends at a baseball game. We just love going to sporting events and just being silly and being fun together, and this definitely shows it, but just out at the sporting events and stuff is super fun. This was some of my coworkers in the athletic department, Miss Becky Scott and Kendall. This was working the softball last summer, the postseason, and just it was a fun weekend. It was a long weekend, but just getting to be together, be silly, working the tickets, working the concessions, just everything. This was from my birthday this summer. Some of my closest friends, my roommate, some other friends I had been hanging out with this summer, just going together to an Italian restaurant, just hanging out with each other and just enjoying it, having fun, celebrating before the school year started this year. These are some of my best friends, so I never imagined I'd be playing volleyball in college, and I met a great group of girls I got to play with for about 3.5 years, and this is our coach, and we just have so much fun being silly together, and we had so many seniors. There's like 12 or 13 of us, but it's just a super fun group and all the practices. These are my roommates. This is Chelsea, Allie, and Mackenzie. We became friends probably halfway through our 4 years here together, and got the opportunity to all room together this year and just laugh and have fun. And these are some of my best friends in the world. And this was the first day of school. We decided to dress cute one day, take pictures and stuff. It was super fun. These are some more of the people I work with. I get to work in the athletic department some, in the gym. And this is working in one of the volleyball tournaments at the beginning of the year, and just all sitting out there together, laughing, having fun, just having the days go by and just making it entertaining and doing all of our work and making it fun at the same time. This is my family, my mom, my dad, my grandparents. This was after my last game of volleyball, my senior night, and just all the support they give me and everything. I was just so blessed to have some amazing people in my life and just getting to play the sports that I love so much. And yeah. This is some of my basketball teammates. This was after our first pictures together. Just kind of all of our freshmen were there, some of our sophomores. We all didn't know each other, but just like we're laughing, having fun with the pictures, just like at the beginning of getting to meet some of my best friends now too, and just getting to encourage each other. This is some more girls. We were celebrating someone's birthday. We had a tea party we were doing, so we just all dressed up. We had scarves, having the little teapots and everything. And we decided to go outside and take some pictures together, and you can see we're all just laughing at each other, just looking around, just having fun, enjoying the nice weather and just the company of each other. These are some more of my friends. This is around Christmas time. Some of my friends were traveling back home after graduation. We just want to go out, do like a themed dinner and celebrate and stuff like that. It was like a Christmas theme. So we were all wearing like ugly Christmas sweaters or funny Christmas shirts and stuff like that, and just going to dinner and celebrating them being here and celebrating graduation for them. And this was most recent. One of my friends, Casey, she just got married. She's moved to Louisiana now, but one of my best friends I got to meet freshman year, just getting to be a part of her big day and just celebrate her and this wedding, and just seeing amazing and how far we've come together as friends, and just it's such a cool experience getting to be a part of people's lives like that. But thank you.
Hey, my name is Tommy Barros. I'm a bio major here at Trevecca, and I'm also an RA in UC, and yeah. So this was my very first picture that I came up about my Trevecca experience. It was my mom took this picture because I got accepted in Trevecca, and I forgot to hold up the little sign that came up with the package. So it's just me standing there happy in my living room, and yeah, and this is the last time I wore my hair down like that. Oh, this is when we went to the mall and we had gone to the Lego store and we made Dan Boone and Denise Boone there. And then I had also had to drive David Sims because he had eaten some Dippin' Dots infected with gluten. So that's also how I met David Sims, ironically. So I had to drive him to the hospital after that. This is my first little group of friends that I had made at Trevecca, like spending time at Trevecca, like hanging out in the library 24/7 because most of us were commuters. So that was kind of our little hangout space, and yeah, so yeah. This is also at the library. I don't know what the context was or why an Among Us character was in the library, but I thought it was hilarious. And you know, we obviously had to take a picture with, I don't know who that was, but obviously had to take a picture with them. So this is when I got rear-ended on my way back from like a late night study session. I was listening to Soulja Boy, and I was at a red light, and I had gotten rear-ended right at the hit of the song, and now I can't listen to Soulja Boy anymore because I get the whiplash from it. So yeah. I screenshotted this. Well, I didn't mean to screenshot this because I was trying to hit snooze. But I thought I should include this because I thought it was like a universal experience maybe. Or maybe it's an original experience, who knows. You know, we all try to like wake up early and get the jump start on classes, but you know, we always try to hit snooze because we're college students and we don't time things correctly. I used to work at a vet clinic and over the summer, and this dog was getting its nails cut, and I thought it was the funniest dog ever because, I mean, look at him. That's my buddy Landon. He's holding the dog like that. He didn't even realize the dog was making that face. And there's just a variety of experiences like that. This is my buddy Jared. We had wandered into a random auditorium that they were having like a facial hair competition, like who had the best facial hair, and he had like a little scraggly goatee, and he got into the competition somehow, and he managed to win first place, unbelievably. I don't know how he did that, but he managed to win first place. This is when I was scrolling through Instagram. Argentina had won the final, and this reminded me of an experience when I had gotten home from work. My parents were watching the World Cup, and I had walked into the room, and France had made 2 penalty kicks against Argentina, and my parents yelled at me to get out of the room because I was bad luck. And then this is the whiplash of experiences that I had in like 1 week. I went to an Andrea Bocelli concert, and then also went to Adam Sandler, who also sings. I didn't know he sang right after. So like it was a whiplash of experiences because if you know the 2 artists, it's, yeah, 2 wildly different genres. This is my plant, Jeremy. I got him my sophomore year. I named him after my RD. He is now quintupled in size. He's massive, and he also has a son now because I propagated him. His name is Josiah. So yeah. And Josiah is also growing, and he's almost ready to be propagated as well. This is a random freeze frame from a project video from, I believe, Bib Faith. And this is my Eddie Van Halen era with my hair, because I like change my hair every year for whatever reason. I thought I was being rebellious by having long hair, because I never had long hair like that. And I mean, I even got a wild look in my eye there. This is us having kind of dinner with a bunch of my residents in our apartment, and it was a really good experience because me and my roommate got to cook for all of them. We were enjoying some good food together. I am gonna miss Cody not coming by to ask for baking ingredients, or just let himself in. This is my RA team. They are like the most impactful people in my life because they've been there for me through thick and thin, and they have been like such an instrumental part of me like developing my character, developing my faith. And we were just, we're like a family in UC, so they're amazing. They're amazing people, and you should say hi to them. This is the other side of being an RA. This is a couple weeks ago when all those tornadoes were happening, and one of my residents had decided to get into a kayak in the basement for whatever reason. I don't know why. And this is like, I think, circulating around the RD group chat where he was photoshopped into a puddle. So yeah, it was a hilarious thing. This is the first first day of classes with me and some of my closest friends. This is like my bio group. It's Grace, Sarah, and Jade there, and they're some of my closest people in my life. And so it's kind of crazy that we're gonna be moving on in life. I used to be a commuter, so this is like one of the perks of being a commuter. I get to go home sometimes, and this is my dad teaching me how to make homemade pizzas. That's what he was doing there. He was putting some cheese on some of the pizzas, and we were just enjoying a nice pizza at home. And yeah, this is my first ever flight to somewhere because I've never been on a plane until this moment, and I was actually flying to Pittsburgh for a research conference that I was like presenting on my summer research there. So yeah, this is my first ever experience like getting on a flight and going somewhere on my own, so it was like a big moment. This is also in Pittsburgh, but different time, so I went to Pittsburgh twice this year. This is at Anchor 25, where I was presenting also my research there as well, and it was an amazing experience, and we have talked about it for such a long time, and then it finally happened. So like you get those moments where you like talk about something for so long, and then it finally makes it out of the group chat. So yeah.
Hi guys, my name is Addison McClarney. I am a senior marketing major, and I'm really excited to do this today, so let's get started. This is the very first week of freshman year. This is my link group. I was with Jeff Swink and Cassidy, and it was such a fun time. Sad because we weren't able to go to the lake, but like we did tie-dye, and it was a really fun time, and we got paint everywhere, It was such a fun time. And I'm also still friends with a lot of those people in this picture. So Link Group is really fun. Oh, this is the next picture. Trying Jenny's for the very first time. I'm from a small town in Kentucky, so I've never had Jenny's before. I was really excited about it, even though it was just ice cream, but I really enjoyed it, being able to try new places. This is at the Brooklyn Bowl. Noah Khan, I saw him for $15, like right before he blew up. I honestly didn't even know who he was, but all my friends were going. So I was like, $15 ticket, let's go. So I went and don't regret it because I still love Noah Khan. So it was really fun. I've also never been to a concert in a bowling alley. This was the first snow here at Trevecca. I've seen snow before. I'm from Kentucky, but I don't know why I thought it was such a cool experience. Campus was really pretty, but a couple of my friends hadn't seen snow before, so we decided to do pictures, and I slid right by the lake and like busted my butt, but it was okay. This is a picture of my family. This was the first Easter home. I love this picture of us, but I wanted to include them because they've been one of the biggest supporters of my life, and they've just supported me through my journey all 4 years, and so also they look really good in this picture, so. This was the beginning of sophomore year. Me and Wixom went to Coffee Fest, which is right here by Live Nation. It's like 5 minutes away. All local vendors come, and we got to try coffee. We also were really extra and kept a note and rated coffee. There was some really bad coffee, but it was also a really fun experience. And they also had live music. It was really fun. This was my first Preds game. Again, found a $15 ticket last minute and was like, heck yeah, let's go. It was really fun, and I was loving to be able to try new places the first 2 years in Nashville. I personally wasn't super heavily involved my first 2 years, but at Trevecca, but going off campus. But this was the moment when I decided to get more involved. I did SMT, which is our summer ministry team. I got to travel with the band Refuge, and we basically travel all throughout the southeastern district, and we get to see all the summer camps and get to play games with the kids. And honestly, it's just an awesome ministry. And the next two pictures are also of SMT because I could literally do 20 slides of just my experience. This is Emily and Sydney that I got to travel with. The relationships that I made, but also the impact. Honestly, it broke me out of my shell, and it made me realize that I love serving kids, but I also love serving the Lord. And this is a moment that I got eggs cracked on me at camp. This was Cam and Brandon's live reaction. It was just an amazing experience, and that summer I will forever be grateful for. It really impacted me as a person and completely changed me, honestly. And then I was like, hey, let's be even crazier and get even more involved. So I decided to join SGA. Mariah in the middle convinced me. She was my RA. I joined the social life team and was a social life coordinator. So I helped plan a lot of the events on campus, and it helped me become even more involved because I was required to attend events. And it was so fun, and I got to meet so many more people. This was one of the events that we planned. I was able to go with my friends. We were at Nashville Soccer. The bus driver dropped us off at the wrong spot, so I ended up having to walk 3 miles to this game, but hey, the hot dog was worth it, so I was really excited. But yeah, we were planning a lot of events on campus, and it was so much fun. And then this was during junior year, but I was elected as vice president for the exec team, and so we get to do this fun conference called NSLC, and it's just a leadership conference to get us ready for the next year. This was a group of girls. We also got third place in the dodgeball tournament, which was breaking Trevecca history. If any of you guys realize how big that is, yes. Also, my sweet friend Emily, who I met at SMT, got married the summer before senior year. This was us together. It was just such a beautiful moment, being able to meet her and the bond that we created and being able to celebrate her. It was beautiful. And then I did SMT again, and this was our little photo shoot that we got to do to announce. I couldn't choose just one picture because they were so fun. And this time I was SMT lead, so I got to lead this team throughout this last summer. And again, it was crazy, it was wild, and this time there were no eggs cracked, but there was a lot of water balloons, so it was really fun. And then right after SMT, we jumped straight into the first week of orientation senior year. This is all of us in our cute little matching shirts. It's so fun watching scared freshmen. Well, that sounded bad, but being able to see them jump into like a new life. It's also so fun and reflecting on where I was at. This is also another one of my favorite memories of senior year. I got to host Trojan Idol with Sydney. It was so fun. Also coordinating with Anna's team and also working with Natalie. It was so fun and so many good people. They were so good this year. Also, I had to document the first time that I tried swig. It was amazing, and also just to reflect on like trying new things with friends and being able to soak up the last couple weeks of senior year. If you need any fun drink recommendations from swig, I got you. It was just really fun, worth the drive too. This was our freshman Super Bowl party. Again, just like going to events, helping people with events, and also supporting our freshman class. It was so fun being vice president and being able to sew back into the community that helped me so much and helped break me out of my shell. So I wanted to include that picture as well. And this is my last picture. I thought it'd be fun to just show Nashville and Music City. I just wanted to thank everyone who's been a part of my last 4 years and that's made it the experience that it is. And sorry, I didn't mean to get emotional. Trevecca has truly changed me, and I'm just so thankful for these past 4 years. And thank you for letting me be able to share today.
Well, hi everybody. As I know a lot of you all know me already, I'm Andres Arriaga. I'm the senior class president, believe it or not, I made it. That's a surprise for everybody. Everybody gets surprised when they know that. And this is gonna be like some of my years here at Trevecca. It was kinda hard to pick the pictures, but I hope you all like them. I did this at 1 a.m. Okay, this is my freshman year. That's when the first time I actually saw a God in person. I know I'm a guy from the city, and I was like, you know what? I want a picture with it. And I was pretty excited about seeing that my freshman year. Still a weird kid, but I liked it. And yeah, I was having fun with it. But what else can I say about that? Thank you. That's also my freshman year. Those were actually my first suite mates. Juan Aguero is my roommate to this day, and Khalil. He was one of my suite mates, freshman year, amazing guy, those two guys. Well, we had a lot of fun together. Actually, the first time I went out here in Nashville, it was that day. I didn't know anything about Nashville, I just freshman. That's another picture, another day with other friends, Juan again, and Edgardo was another one of my suite mates. That's the first time we went out here. I don't remember where we were at, but I know we were having fun. It was great. And yeah, we're just having plenty of fun with the friends and things like that. That's family picture. That's at a restaurant. That's my cousin and my aunt. A quick visit they did because my parents couldn't make it for an event, and my aunt came in replace, which that's a really important moment for me because I hardly see my parents because I'm always like here, and actually this summer I'm not going back home. So that was a really nice experience, and decided to edit that picture. That's my best friend. His name is Diego. That was for his birthday. Yeah, that was for his birthday. And just an emphasis like how Trevecca also helped me connect with friends because before that we didn't talk too much, but here like the community, we thought about it and we reconnected even better thanks to Trevecca. That's the reason why I added that picture. And I'm not posting for that picture by the way, I know it looks weird. I actually was about to fall off, like my roommate, he fell off and I was about to fall off too, but it happened to catch me right on the moment before I hit the floor. But it just looks like I'm hitting a weird pose and honestly, I don't like it, but hey, it is what it is. I used that. I had no choice. That's a picture after too. We're having fun. That's to make up for the previous picture. I figured let's post something like, you know, it looks nicer. That's also my first time I went ice skating. Like, it was pretty fun. I liked it even though I broke my back several times, but it's fine. I'm still here. I can still walk straight, and it was a lot of fun. That's my favorite thing of intramurals, volleyball. I used to play a lot of volleyball in high school. That's why I did that picture. That year, we lost the final, sadly. Couldn't carry the team this time. But it was amazing. I'm in the back row just standing with an orange shirt. I don't know if you can really see that, but yeah, it was fun. That's when we went to the first time I went to a waterfall here in Nashville. That's Fran. He's still here. Hadn't gotten the beach body yet in that picture. Sorry for that. Just cover your eyes. But it was fun, and the water was cold. I hated that. I don't get why the water is so cold over here, even outside. That's my worst day ever, I would say. I had to dress up as Coco for the float things last semester. And guess what? I'm Hispanic, so I kind of fit the role, and I was the best choice for that, so I had to do it. It was a match, 100% match. Couldn't argue against it, even though I tried. I took that picture. That was for my marketing event with State Farm. I did here at Trevecca. That's some things I appreciate that I got to learn over here, because it's like real world experience. Like I got judged based on my speaking performance. Like part of me being able to speak over here with ease is things like that. It gives you confidence. That's me. I found a dog outside by Boone, and I was like, you know what? I want a picture with it. Why not? It was a little puppy like this size. I love that. It bit me, but but it was amazing. I was so happy with having a dog even prior. That's prior to the bit he gave me, but it's fine. That's me when I played flag football. I still got a shirt, like flag football champions, but those are my friends, and they're like, do you want a shirt? And I was like, heck yeah, I want a shirt. So they added me to the roster last minute, and I just posed, even though I didn't do anything. I was just walking by out of the gym, and I was like, let me check the games out, and I had to hit a pose. That's for the senior junior dance. She's just my friend, no worries. But I had limited pictures, so I apologize to her for using that without her consent. I texted her like right before I stood up here, like, I'm sorry for what I'm about to do. Please don't hate me, Molly. Thank you. But it was a fun night, even though I left early. That's another event for Trevecca. Does this the dance? I was hosting that dance. Those are the freshmen and sophomore presidents. They were like, let's get a picture together, all the presidents together. And I was like, all right, I guess I can't do that, nonchalant. But it was fun. That was my event. It went pretty well. That's with one of my favorite teachers, Dr. Roy Phillip. He wasn't happy after that picture because I hit a pose and he didn't want to pose with me, but that's fine. It's like he's the teacher I would say has the most impact in me. Here at my stay at Trevecca, I learned a lot from him. I'm very thankful towards him. That's why I decided to add him. Hope he's here. But that's me again with the float thing. Sorry, I messed up the order for a bit. It was 1 a.m. when I did this, like in a true senior spirit. But that's me painting the float thing, the little dog. Took me like a week to do that, but it's fine. I had friends help, but it was bad. I hated that. And that's me and Jenna, my other senior associate. A bad picture, I look like a midget, but that's fine. But yeah, she helped me a lot too with the float and events like that. And we had fun. She's the chaperone for the senior class, and it was nice working with her. And that's other event here at Trevecca. Sorry, a little blurry the picture, but it looked good in my mind during the moment, not anymore. But that's just another event, having fun with friends, and I guess fomenting socializing and just connecting with people and hoping for the best, lost friendships, new friendships, but making new friends at the end of the day. And that's another picture for Christmas with the other presidents. And again, let's get a picture. And it's like fun, I guess, but I'm really thankful for my experience with Trevecca. I think that's the last picture. I don't remember what I put on that. But it was fun, and it was a great experience, and this is my last semester, and I'll miss you all right? Take care.
Hi guys, my name is Gaby Colorado and I'm an international business major, and this year I serve as your ASB president, and this is my journey here at Trevecca. So I don't have a lot of pictures from freshman year because I was just not really into pictures. So this is sophomore year, first encounter as a peer mentor. Those are my dearest friends, Liliana, Casey, and Madison. They really encouraged me to become a peer mentor, and that's me living it up with them. That's my first lane group. We were olive green. Did not win. I really don't understand what was the theme over here because we had like Mike Wazowski and then someone was a crocodile. But yeah, we had fun. First year did not win and absolutely loved it. And yeah.
And I started getting more involved in Trevecca during my sophomore year. I started attending more events, also because it was required because of my job as a peer mentor. So that's me with my sister, and once again, my friend Liliana. We were at the Christmas tree lighting party. This is honestly one of my favorite events. And Trevecca also has implemented to keep finding new ways to like keep serving volunteers. So this is me and my little mentee from Kid Power. Her name is Jaleesa, and she will brighten up my weeks, and I love her so much. Volunteer for Kid Power. I love it. Recommend it. Also, I started discovering new hobbies. This is me like hiking this mountain, roll my ankle on the way up, but I still made it up. And this is me like just admiring the view and thanking God for that opportunity, and actually discovered that I really enjoy hiking, and I've been doing it ever since. Met some of my dearest friends through leadership. That's my non-mailing group. These were the peer mentors from last year, my junior year, and that was us in an escape room on a retreat. And yeah, most of my best friends are in that picture, and I'm so grateful that I got to meet them through doing leadership here. That's the day I gave my speech for ASB president. That's me and Addison, my bestie. Yeah, I was very nervous, and we just took that picture after that because we were sort of matching like the black and white, and I was like, we should take a picture, and that's it, yeah. And that's NSLC with my wonderful exec team. It's a Nazarene conference for all the Nazarene schools across the country. We gather at school, and then we just like have this conference, and that's us. I think during that time we were like, they asked us to like define what's leadership to us, so we were kind of brainstorming together. And that's my first ever mission trip to Alaska through Trevecca Around the World. That's us in front of a glacier. We went there for 2 weeks, did VBS, and then took the youth group camping. Barely got any sleep during those 2 weeks, but I would not change it for anything. I'll do it again. That's me just having like some time with God. Trevecca, even though when I came here, I was not like a very like religious person, because of Trevecca and the people that God put in my life, I was able to like actually get to know God, and that's me just practicing solitude. And I think that was in Alaska as well. Last orientation week for freshmen as an undergrad. Once again, some of my best friends that I'm so grateful that I got to meet them through leadership, and so sad that I'll not get to do this anymore with them because we're just moving on with our lives. That's our SGA team for this year. I absolutely love getting to serve with these people, and yeah, I'm just sad that it's coming to an end, but glad it happened. Okay, that was our ASB induction party. Throughout the summer, I was very nervous and like kind of like second guessing my decision about like if I did the right decision about stepping into this position. But after that event, I knew that it was gonna be fine. The event was super fun, and yeah, it just gave me a lot of reassurance. Then went to NSLA, which is a conference for like all the ASB presidents of the Nazarene schools at Point Loma. And it was a really good time, and I really enjoyed being inspired by other leaders. And yeah, it was a good time as well, and glad to have got to know them. And then that's like after a Bible study that we have every Wednesday night at my friend's apartment. And through Trevecca, I got to like be part of fellowship and a community, and something that I really started praying for like during my sophomore year, and kind of realizing that I'm sort of leaving the answer to a prayer. And then that's our first and last SGA meeting. Little bittersweet moment. But yeah. And then, like I said earlier, I went from knowing about God to get to know God. Trevecca has been a huge influence on my faith, and I'll forever be grateful for that. Even though this Trevecca was not my first option, and my first year I was very against it being here, I'm just glad the way that God used people in this place to shape me into the person that I am today. And then fun friends that are passionate about pursuing Jesus. That's actually at the Passion Conference that I went for the first time this year. I believe that was the third day, and we were so exhausted. Like, I think that was like a 6 a.m. trying to like line up to get good seats. And that's my favorite picture. The war did not end when I absolutely bombed in my first midterm freshman year. And yeah, I'm forever grateful that I did not drop out after that. That was the first of many meltdowns that I had during that year, still having. But yeah, the war did not end after my bombing my first midterm. The war did not end after I had to switch my major. The war did not end after losing some important people in my life during that year. And I'm here by God's grace, and thankfully I'll get to walk that stage by God's grace in 2 weeks. So thank you.
Let's give all our seniors one more hand. Come on up, Celeste. I want to introduce you to somebody who needs no introduction. Last year's student body president, Celeste Cabello. She has an announcement for seniors, graduating seniors coming up for a special event that we're doing. We thought we'd place it right here. Celeste, take it away.
Thank you, Eric. Yeah, so I'm Celeste. I get to work with alumni engagement and the Young Alumni Council, which is made of recent grads here in Nashville and kind of around the country, are hosting this Trojan Farewell to celebrate seniors, to induct you into being alumni. There's going to be a moment for networking and socializing. We want to give you gifts and also have some very special prizes. So we hope you guys can make it next Friday at 4 p.m. in the pavilion. Yeah.
Hope if you're a senior, you will be there. Friends, have a wonderful day and a great Easter break, and we will see you next